So let's go back for a moment and talk about the loss of your wife, because in your 20s to lose your wife is devastating. And when we talk about setbacks and comebacks, people need to hear from someone who's really experienced a significant setback, and losing a spouse is right up there at the very top. I don't want to bring painful memories back for you, but can you just tell us a little bit about what happened and then how you were able to make a comeback out of that?
I mean, I think when it ultimately comes around, the comeback for me was in the biggest, because when I tried out for the show after losing a spouse 1 month after, I remember I was into the Hollywood rounds, and I was becoming bitter because when you lose something that precious to you, and your faith is shaken, and the enemy begins to whisper I guess he finds a crack, and he began to whisper to me lies about who God was. If God really loved you, why did he allow you to go through that? And I began to buy into those lies. One of the biggest turning points in my life, where I believe a comeback started for me, it wasn't actually American Idol. American Idol was the blessing that God wanted to give me. But the comeback came with a change of perception of how I looked at the loss that I went through. And this is what I heard the Lord speak, because I was really seeking God. I was really mad and upset and hurt that he didn't heal my wife and answer my prayers the way I thought they should be answered. But I really heard the Lord give me Psalm 46:10, which is, "Be still and know that I am God." And I remember God whispering that to my spirit. And I was like, well, what does that mean, Lord? Because I was desperate to be set free from the pain, the bitterness, the anguish that the loss had put me through. And as I looked it up, the verse meant to let go, to surrender, to cause myself to let go. And literally, in the Hebrew, it literally says, cause yourself to let go. Little did I know that me hanging on to what I thought should have happened, the thing that I thought that God should have done, the prayer that I thought he should have answered, me hanging on to that literally was poisoning my future and poisoning my present. And it was in the letting go and saying, God, you're the one who created my heart. You're the one who can heal my heart. It was in that letting go that I was able to receive that healing. See, comebacks don't come through external circumstances. Comebacks start in your heart and in your mind first. And when you have a shift of perspective of how God sees what you're going through versus how you and the devil see what you're going through, that's where the comeback starts. Because the healing had to go from head to heart. And after that, I was able to launch onto a show, see the hope that God wanted to give me. Because remember, I was even praying this, God, don't put me on American Idol. Like, I got the top 50, and this is where the bitterness really was starting to sink in. I said, God, don't put me on American Idol, because I'm just going to go up there and look like a fool. I'm going to be crying and a mess, and I'm broken, I'm hurt. And little did I know that, it was through the internal change that I was able to experience the hope in the external.